While Chris is sorting out his audio issues, I will be your host. Looks like we got Alan Yee and Phil Blackman tonight, and I think Alan was actually providing us a dredge list earlier, if I was right. But well, we got Phil with his amazing altars, and we're gonna try to see like what he can. He probably has some kind of crazy brute. All right. If I know Phil, he's probably going to play.
It looks like my voice is back.
Control or Cabo control.
It looks like my voice is back. So everybody, I am back.
All right, we got a Senses Divining Top. So yeah, I'm guessing he's probably going to be on a little PO action here. And all right, Tinker Target. Can you hear me, or can you also?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Roland?
I don't hear Chris at all.
All right.
There we go. I hear you now.
Oh, you hear me now? Great.
Okay, now I can hear you. All right.
Yeah, my headset cut out. My USB headset. I had to reset it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Strange issues on a Friday.
I know, right?
13th? No, it's not the 13th. 20th.
Everybody, really quickly, what I was saying before when my audio cut out. Vote in our Twitter poll. We have a poll for Monday night stream, June 1st. Vintage, pre-modern, or pauper. Pick which format we play. I wanted to shout out Phil Nguyen. He was originally supposed to play tonight, but something came up. He had to miss the show. Shout out to him. And now back to the action.
Yeah, so far, I think we've got some kind of dredge action versus, I'm guessing PO, just because we saw that Senses Divining Top kit there.
It looks like... Did Alan whiff? No, he has dredgers. Okay. And he has Hollow One. Okay. I missed all of that because I was troubleshooting. So thank you.
Yeah, he pitched, let's see, discarded 3 and then got the Hollow One for free.
Glorious Wolfman and Tinker Target in the chat. Thank you for your help and welcome to the show. Sorry about the initial audio issue. And it's Friday night. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. I have myself a drink here. What about you, Roland?
Got one right here. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Hopefully see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
Another question I want to ask the audience, so to speak. Old school 93-94. We haven't included that format in our polls, but if you like that format, send us a tweet. Let us know, and we'll try to get it some coverage for you. Alan, dredging right now.
He's doing the dredge thing, man. There's even with the restriction of Golgari Grave Troll, you still get some broken things happening, and this is actually kind of cool to watch Alan do. I've never seen him break out the bazaars before, and it's good to see him kind of extend his range a bit.
Nice. Arcane Zanth. Now all you want to do is play more Vintage. I'm sure there's ways to play that now. Side note, I'm in the Paper Vintage Discord, and I'm getting my webcam. Join the MTG PO Facebook group, both of you, all of you, and you could find yourself playing on one of our streams. Isn't that right, Roland?
Yeah. You have to kind of beat, a few people, but yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
We'll try to squeeze you in.
Yeah. All right, so those Creeping Chills didn't hit.
No, it doesn't.
What happened to Sensei's Divining Top? Oh, Mental Misstep.
Mental Misstep. I was actually thinking that he might have did something else, but yeah, it looks like he caught it with the Mental Misstep, and that might just freeze up Phil and all of his plays if he, it looks like he passed at least one turn back already.
Yep. I'm going to get the archetypes up since it's no longer a surprise.
Yeah.
Dredge versus Countertop.
Oh, it's Countertop.
Yep.
So I thought it was going to be something along the lines of just like a PO list.
Oh, Snappy comes in.
Oh, Snappy could probably... Wait, is he just blocking so that he can kill the bridges?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. It's one of those good vintage tricks to remember to, either cast a metamorph or no copy and then just let it die, and then maybe like bolt your own dude to, make sure you clear out those bridges before they start creating a whole army of zombies. It's like, actually, to be honest, like Dredge is probably my least favorite deck to play against because they just have so many good answers, and right now they're just equipped with all the free stuff, and then including creeping chills too.
Yep. Jace hits the board. Is Jace a big part of Vintage right now?
I wouldn't say so. I think it's just you have some, maybe like a one or two of in some decks, but it's a little slow. I mean, as sad as it sounds, I mean, Vintage is picking up its speed, and I mean, if for 4 mana you'd rather be casting a paradoxical outcome sometimes. And Jace is going to take multiple turns to, unless you have the full control, which it seems like if Phil's trying to do the whole block you on counterbalance with maybe a lock on 1 and 2, or maybe on 0 as well. That's a really hard thing to do in Vintage because you got a lot of these larger casting costs that will sneak through. So Jace plus countertop. It's hard to say. I don't think it's like the most optimal, but at the same time, it is something that you could try to catch them, especially like against those Doomsday decks that are a little lower to the have a lower CMC.
I'm just gonna ask Alan to move his dice a little bit lower. Alan, can you move your dice a little bit lower so I can see life totals?
Yeah, we could probably get. What was that? 1 and 4.
Thank you, Alan. 8 and 12.
Oh, that okay. I'm seeing it at a different angle.
Yeah. So I believe Phil is at 8. Alan is at 12.
Yep. Phil's been taking some beats, and it looks.
I apologize. I wasn't able to keep up with the life totals because I got really disoriented after missing the first couple of minutes of the game. Ashen Rider in the yard. So other than the obvious Bizarre Baghdad, in general, what do Dredge decks gain from being Vintage legal rather than Legacy legal? What are the Vintage cards that you see in Dredge decks uniquely?
Well, for one thing, it has that mental misstep, that really annoying one that finally got restricted. But I think you're also just, honestly, you get that Bizarre Baghdad down, and it is explosive.
Yeah.
I mean, that first turn, and with the whole London Mulligan now, you can get a Bizarre into your hand relatively easily. So I think it's improved, but I mean, there's always an argument that it didn't exactly get that much better because everybody else also improved with the London Mulligan.
Right. Wing Hazar says bizarre.
Bizarre.
Link for the Facebook group. I will share that somehow. Roland, do you want to share that in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Roland will be sharing it in the chat.
Facebook.
Thank you, Roland.
Sure.
Thank you, Tinker Target, for asking for the link.
And right now.
There's the link.
There's the link.
Thank you.
Problem.
Boom. Yeah, so through the MTG PO Facebook group, we be... Oh,
whoop.
Phil's camera fell. A good time to mention... the MTG PO Facebook group is where we're kind of farming players long-term to come play on our stream. So join the group, play matches against people, join the events that are posted there, watch the streams, participate, meet other players, connect with them, play games with them on Zoom, the whole deal. It all happens through there. So that's where you should go. Also, I want to mention while Phil fixes his camera after an earthquake, Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a a big library, huge library of matches there from Legacy, Vintage, Pre-Modern, all different other formats. YouTube.com/90smtg is where you should go for that. My bell was ringing. I got distracted. I want to congratulate David Thomas Tao. He's our Legacy NYC Eternal champion. If you were watching our Wednesday night stream, he took it down again, 3rd week in a row. Wednesday night, this coming week, we'll be playing Legacy again. And we have a new challenger coming this week to be announced eventually. And the gauntlet of the NYC Eternal group is showcased every Wednesday night here on Twitch. All right, looks like they're continuing now. And zombies have arrived.
Nice. Alrighty.
And
got some people asking to join us on MTGPO. I will approve you immediately. Thank you for joining.
Oh no, I had the light totals backwards.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that, everybody. Life totals are now 100% accurate.
There we go. So we have the counterbalance down. I don't know if it's going to be countering anything anytime soon, but we'll see what happens.
Counterbalance against Dredge, not the most exciting, is it?
No, you're probably going to counter, like... Actually, I don't even know what you're going to counter.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm Dredge and someone, let's say, plays a first turn counterbalance, I'm like, yeah, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so the reason why I don't love that, like playing up against Dredge is I'm traditionally a Workshops player, right? So
yeah,
I go like turn 1 Trinisphere. It's like, yeah, so what?
Yeah,
I've watched so many games just slip on by, just because they're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go Bazaar and do the thing and never ever like have to cast anything, and suddenly you're staring down this like massive army of what 4, 5, 6, and then 10 creatures.
Yeah. Well, game 1 goes to I was gonna say Roland. Alan.
Yeah. Alan. Yep.
So card advantage belongs to the Dredge player in a lot of ways. Anarchy Inducer, thanks for the follow. Tinker Target, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Vivarella says, Dredge is my favorite deck. Wow. Manalus,
maybe we could play against each other. Yeah. It's good. It's such a good matchup to practice, because that's probably some of the least practice that you'll get. You like run into it like randomly. There's always like 1 or 2 Dredger players in the room with you, but what they do really well is react to the hate that's out there. All of the ley lines, the Grafdigger's Cages, Surgicals, like all the Tormod scripts even. These type of things are answerable. And, in the past we've had, Inga Chewers, we've had Wisp Bears, we've had Serenity, Tormod scripts, all that stuff. So, looks like they got some stuff going on.
And I'm glad you mentioned all the graveyard hate, because now it's game 2. Phil's had a chance to sideboard, and I'm sure we're going to see, because he kept his hand. I think he kept his 7.
Yeah.
Some kind of hate has to be in his hand. You're playing against Vintage Dredge, you mulligan until you get something that can stop the graveyard shenanigans. And it looks like Alan kept 7 with a Bazaar. So if you're playing the Bazaar of Baghdad, the land, draw 2, discard 3, is a key part of these Vintage Dredge decks. And it's to the point where, and Roland, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you want to mulligan until you get this card in your hand, especially in games 2 and 3, right?
For Bazaar in your hand?
But did I say the wrong thing? I meant Bazaar. Yeah, I meant Bazaar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was looking at. Montelio Workshop just joined us. What's up, dude?
What's up, Montelio's Workshop?
Yeah, that's one of our premier workshop buddies there up in Canada.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you almost always want to just mull down to Bazaar, and you'll probably want some protection as well in the form of Force of Vigor. A lot of the current vintage Dredge decks are going to be running Splash Hate, either to get out of the jam of a Grafdigger's Cage out there. So Force of Vigor plus protection from Force of Will or even Force of Negation. So Looks like Lavinia is going to do some work here.
Yeah, Monka says Bazaar seems like it was terrible back when it came out. Why the hell would you have played that card back in the day? Yeah, I mean, back in the Arabian Nights days, why would you play that?
Well, I tried it out, man. I actually well, not in Arabian Nights days. It was probably like later, like 2001, 2002 era. I like picked up one for about $15 from a card shop. I'm like,
$15.
yeah. And
Old timer.
you could really pair that up with Goblin Welder,
Oh
and
yeah,
then just
yeah.
like just pitch all those artifacts into the graveyard and just like bring them all back. So
Yeah.
and then 2003 happened with I think there was a Trinisphere or something out there. Or no, maybe that was Mirrodin or something like along those lines. And artifacts were super crazy. But yes, Monka TG, it is $1,000 right now because it is just that good.
Vivarella, thanks for the follow, and Dig Through Tau, thank you for the follow.
Hey, looks like there's a Force of Will.
Sweet.
He's pitching a Narcomoeba. That's awesome. So
that is
what else?
Awesome.
What else does he have in there? He's got like an Icarid. Is that a Dread Return?
Dread Return, and
It's
I can't make out what that last card is, actually.
It's probably a Dredger, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it might be a new art Stinkweed Imp. It looks like Stinkweed Imp.
Well, that was the Rest in Peace that is now going to...
This is the hate card we were talking about. So Rest in Peace, in case you're not familiar, Rest in Peace has an enters the battlefield trigger, exile all graveyards, and then any card that goes into a graveyard afterwards gets exiled. That's the perfect card you want up against Dredge. That resolving right now puts Phil in a very advantaged position.
Yeah, just remember to, get that trigger in.
Yeah. Also, we were talking about Bazaar, and it wasn't long before Bazaar, if I'm not joking around, it wasn't long before Bazaar found combos and whatnot to take advantage of its effect. But fast forwarding all the way till a year or two ago, Lavinia seeing play in Vintage. I don't know how relevant it is in this matchup other than shutting off Alan's counter magic, which was key in getting that Rest in Peace down. But Lavinia is a key card in Vintage, unlike any other format.
Actually, now that I think of it, was Lavinia out there when the Force was going, or was that just trying to resolve Lavinia?
I believe that was trying to resolve Lavinia.
Okay.
Hopefully we didn't miss that. And if it was, it's too late.
Oh, darn. Should pay attention.
Yeah. It's all right.
So, at this point, I don't know how many cards are in Alan's hand, but it looks like he's just digging and trying to sculpt a better, maybe an answer, so that he can take out the Rest in Peace out there because it's totally crapping his style.
A good point by Dig Through Tau. Lavinia is OP against Dredge because they can't cast anything. If you don't spend mana, you can't cast it. Or get looks like game 2 goes to Phil after the hate cards did the trick. Just want to also mention this is Phil Bleckman of the Eternal Dirtles podcast, playing on the right side of your screen. Check out the Eternal Dirtles podcast. And if you just joined us and you want to play on one of our streams, join the MTGPO Facebook group. MTGPO Facebook group. As in paper online. Go there, chat with people, watch streams, find games on Zoom, on Discord, and have a grand old time. So game 3 is starting.
Yep.
Bazaar on the first turn for Alan. That's good for Alan.
I don't think he mulled much. So
yeah,
coming in from the sideboard, he has actually Force of Vigor, 4 of those. Then you got Mindbreak Trap, a third one of those, a Ravenous Trap for, I guess, maybe the Mirror, and then Sickening Shoals to kill off additional creatures, and then 3 strip effects. So 2 Wastelands and a Strip Mine. I'm guessing that is for the Tabernacle effect. Doesn't see. So Phil puts down a Sensei's Divine Top, which is, I guess, maybe just try to find some answers right now.
We have a question from Hulk and Bulk. Do you think Grixis Delver is viable post-Luris ban? I'm assuming he means in Legacy. Are you? Sorry, I stumbled my words. You had been playing Grixis Delver. Now Luris is banned. Do you plan to play Grixis Delver again? Because you played Mono Red Moonstompy in the Wednesday event.
Yeah, I love Moonstompy. It's a good deck.
Do you think Grixis is good right now?
So yeah, he's talking about Legacy. I think that Grixis might just go back to being like tier 1.5, almost 2, sadly. But it's only because it doesn't have that draw engine that Luris provides, and being able to not only give you that draw engine, but also have the Arcanist plus Thoughtseize being super effective, and then just constantly recurring that and keeping them in that hold position really, because this all comes down. I almost feel like faster than Oko. So, and now that Oko is not going to be in checked with I mean, you could give it a shot honestly, but I think you probably will struggle a little bit. And let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's completely out of contention, but it's maybe going to be 1 or 2 decks in the metagame.
Sweet. I see Sickening Shoal in Alan's Graveyard. Is that Spice, or do Dredge decks run that?
Dredge tends to use that to clear off some problematic creatures.
We have Dig Through Tau in the chat saying streams are great, especially Wednesdays. I hear that's some stiff competition. I wonder who Dig Through Tau is.
DTT.
Yeah, do we know anybody named DTT with the name Tau? David Thomas Tau. Congrats to David Thomas Tau. He's our current legacy champion in the NYC Eternal 90s MTG show. What's up, David?
Yeah, that's true. Montilio got pointed out another really good hate piece. That Contagion, pitch a black spell. I don't know if you have to pay life or not, but it's 2 -2/-1 counters on a creature.
Yeah. Or
multiple creatures.
Contagion was one of my favorite cards back in the day. That card looked so cool. The art, yeah, Winged Hussar correctly pointing out it's far superior due to the art. Cool art, cool effect. -2, -1 counters were cool. I remember having the cutout. I think it was from Inquest magazine or something. -2, -1 counters. Tinker Target says Wednesdays are the best for me too. Thank you. Very Halloween. This is true. All right, Mystical Tutor happening. What is he looking for here? Surgical?
Possibly. Oh, nope. Just get the best card.
Yeah. That makes sense.
This side is Black Lotus Bookmarks.
Spooky Kitty.
I wonder if he's going to try to do it on Alan's turn? Oh, no, it's just probably at the end of his maybe at the end of Alan's turn.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to draw it now. Okay.
I've been talking too much.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no, it is his turn. Okay.
It is his turn. Okay.
Sorry about that. We talk too much. Yeah, go ahead.
I wonder if he's concerned about, getting mystical or mental misstep or maybe forced here. But so there doesn't seem to be any hate out there, preventing Alan to do his thing just yet.
Yep. So he hits another Sickening Shoal. Prized Amalgam, that's going to come in handy. Dread Return, that also comes in handy. Icarid, is that an Icarid? Oh, no, that's a Stickweenie, my bad. And a Creeping Chill triggers. Phil is sort of representing Ravenous Trap. I'm not sure. 3 more triggers. 2 Creeping Chills and I believe, an Archamoeba.
Okay, cool. We got the Narcomoeba trigger. This could end up being a pretty big turn. Wow, that was 3 Creeping Chills?
Yeah, that's a significant swing here.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any of the a hasty type of finisher besides Icarids, but if he gets that flare and brings that into just finish him off, that could be an issue here, but
yep.
we didn't see the flare, right?
No.
That's a Golgari. That's a Golgari Great Troll.
Oh, there is a flare in the graveyard. Yes.
Oh, there is. Okay, I don't even
Yeah,
know what the
it was one of the
art
first cards that got pitched early
Okay,
on in the
good.
game.
Cool, cool.
Hollow one hits the grave. Another Bazaar. What is what is Phil's deck trying to do? Phil's deck is a control deck, basically.
Yes.
What do you call it? Kind of like a prison lock control deck, right?
Yeah. So in Legacy, you could play Sensei's Divining Top and have a lockdown based upon the top 3 cards of your library with counterbalance and Sensei's Divining Top out there. But it's going to be really difficult to keep a vintage deck under control using that kind of combo.
Yep.
So, and especially with a deck like Dredge, where it's not necessarily actively casting stuff besides maybe like a hollow one. But like I said, I mean, you could try to counter this Cabal Therapy here.
So yeah, Cabal Therapy's being cast right now. I'm assuming he'll try to target that Ancestral that Phil just tutored for. And for some reason he didn't cast it, but I guess he knows better than I do. He's going to cast it now because that's what he would have named. And he needs desperately an answer to this situation, if you will.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because with drawing into some answers, he's likely going to just lose it too because he's not going to have brainstorms like he would normally have 4 brainstorms in Legacy to hide all those things that he just drew into.
Yeah, Dig Through Tao correctly pointing out, well, at least in my opinion, that he should have cast Ancestral earlier to dig for a potential answer. I think I would have. But he got a Force here. I feel like I would have main phase fired off that Ancestral to try to find something.
That's fair. Yeah, I love Phil's altars. He's got some crazy burning up Force of Will type altars and
Yeah.
full art duels. So good.
Yeah.
I wonder if he would alter the Moxen.
I don't know. Is Kaplan set to go?
Yes, he is.
Cool.
So it looks like end of turn, the trigger for Prize Amalgam, pass over back to Phil. See what Phil's gonna do here. He's really in a tough spot right now, and with only 5 life to go.
Yep. Kind of in a tough spot.
Yikes! So
He needs Baneslayer Angel and and what like what's some nutty card? I don't know. I ran out of ideas.
Elish Norn.
Yeah, Elish Norn. Yeah, Elish Norn.
Elish Norn take care of those zombies, but still need to stay vigilant and block that Prize Amalgam.
Log T, thanks for tuning in. Log T tuned in, said vintage. He was all excited, and then said, "Ew, Dredge," and he left. They left. They already left.
For the longest time, I just hated Dredge, but I've grown to appreciate it because it's beaten me so many damn times. Like I think that I really have like a losing record against this deck. It's probably like maybe 10-50 or something. It's some ridiculous number.
You played against Dredge on the Legacy stream the other day. I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's true. And I pulled down to 1. Almost came back.
Guys, tune into our YouTube channel, 90SMTG. There's some matches from Wednesday night's stream going up there as VODs. And Roland mulled to 1, and it was still a game against Dredge.
It's because they didn't have Bazaar.
Yeah, it was Legacy, so no Bazaar.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that game is that I had to basically try to keep oh gosh, this just does not look pretty for Phil.
No, not at all.
No, I mean he could ask for a miracle maybe like.
Phil is known to Terminus once in a while.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there's top.
And Terminus. Amazing.
What did I just say? Didn't I just say that?
You just oh no, there's hooks of will coming
man,
down.
Phil.
Come on, Phil, do you have it? Pyroblast! He's getting there.
Nice.
Amazing. All right. I mean, if Alan had the mental misstep for that, I'd just be like, no, flip the table.
That's awesome.
All right. So, what does Phil have to do here to stay in the game? Let's see. Probably.
Well, now the board's clear. He has to
Yep.
land a Rest in Peace and Jace, or you know what I mean? Like, just lock this up.
Yeah, it's tough. Nope. Getting some more Dredgers. Yep.
Well, you can't get Creeping Shield again, right? We already did 4 of those, or we did 3?
I think we did 3, so let's see if he... What's his life total right now? 5. Yeah, that would be pretty tough to... I think there's the other one. There's the Creeping Chill.
Oh,
Yikes.
there is a Creeping Chill and an Archamoeba.
All right, so he's not completely dead yet, but he's going to have a swords to take care of that Narcomoeba. Actually,
Pauline Joe, thanks for the follow. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Creeping
Yep.
Chill resolving here.
Sure.
At least the ability.
Yep.
Phil at 2, precarious. Alan at a healthy 31. Narcomoeba hits the battlefield.
You know who's really good at piloting this deck?
Dredge, you mean?
Yeah.
Who?
David Thomas Tao.
Oh, yeah?
Surprise, yeah. So 2 years ago was his first Eternal Weekend, and he was he took this to an almost top 8. He was basically cruising through the Swiss. Couldn't pull off like the last win, but very, very respectable finish there. And
Nice.
Creeping Chills was his tech inside there. So like catching people left and right with it. Pretty amazing.
Sweet. David Thomas Tao, a savvy player. 3 weeks in a row. He is the NYC Eternal Legacy Champion.
All right. Looks like Alan is rebuilding completely. This is not easy unless Phil has another miracle.
Wait, what happened to the Sensei's Divining Top? Oh, he put it on top. Yeah.
Yeah, he put it on top.
Yeah.
Top on top.
Top on top. So 2 Prized Amalgam and an Archamoeba is no easy situation.
No. Yeah, with Narcomoebas triggering all those, like a new army, I mean, you could probably get potentially some more damage. I can't see all the creatures, but there looks like 2 bridges in there, so if you wanted to flash back Dread Return or something, grab something else.
Yep.
Like Golgari Grave Troll, perhaps. Yeah.
All right, and he's looking at top now. No fetch land.
Well,
Or does he have a fetch land? Oh, he does. He does have a fetch land. Yes, he does.
Yeah. Is this during his upkeep?
No, I think this is his main phase. He cast the top. The top
Okay.
resolved.
Okay. Yeah. This could be setting up another miracle during during Alan's turn. Probably like attack phase.
Yep.
Now he doesn't have to worry about the last Creeping Chill or something. There's
Exactly.
no 5th Creeping Chill.
No. If there is a Creeping Chill, we know Alan cheated, right?
Mm-hmm. That's how you get him.
All right. Phil continuing. Next round, we have Dave Kaplan joining us. If you play a lot of Vintage on Magic Online, you know who Dave Kaplan is. Dave Kaplan's exciting to watch. Stick around for that.
Yeah, Dave's one of our resident Delver players and even like Burn players too. He's just very, very efficient with his tempo decks.
Is that Force?
Force
Vigor?
Vigor, yeah. I think he's trying to induce the an early use of the Sensei's Divining Top, so that you can't set up for the on turn Terminus.
Yeah, Terminus would not be able to be activated right now. He drew already for his turn.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Sanctuary, sweet. That's a good idea.
There you go.
Only thing is now he has to somehow draw that terminus on Alan's turn. How does he do this?
So, I think is he going to go Sanctuary into put the Ancestral on top probably, and then maybe.
But I don't know. I thought he was going to put Terminus on top, and then if he has like a Brainstorm or something in his hand.
Yeah, this is a difficult one. But he's going for the Terminus.
He's going for Terminus. Activates top. Yep.
It's a very difficult position.
I'm just kind of racking my brain right now, trying to figure out how he does this, pulls this off. If he has a Brainstorm, he can do it.
I think that's maybe the only thing that comes to mind for this. So
he puts the top on top of his deck. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's forcing it. So if he's pitching the Jace here, I mean, he basically has.
Wait, doesn't he die? He's at 1 life.
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm like, wait, why is this happening? All right, Alan takes it.